To start this optical illusion inspired by Victor Vasarely, we're going to trace a large circle on the paper, and then we're going to use a ruler to create a checkerboard pattern outside of the circle. It's very important that as you create this, there are no lines touching the absolute top, bottom, left, or right of the circle. This will break the illusion later on. And we want to keep our lines even so that we have an even checkerboard pattern. Now, for my more OCD people, I highly encourage you to measure your checkerboard pattern. Notice it's easier for me to draw horizontal lines, so I rotated the paper so that I could do that. That way I'm just pulling the ruler down and creating my horizontal lines. A little bit more easy. Now, here I'm going to curve the lines inside of the sphere. So above the center, curves up, below, curves down. This is where you could break the illusion if your line is touching the outer edge. So here we go. We're curving up, curving up. Now here, we're below center, so we curve down. This line is very close to the edge. I don't want to curve it much. Now same thing here, find the center, left of center goes left, right goes right. I want to leave that little bit of the circle showing, so I don't curve as much on those outside shapes. Okay, so now that we have this, we're going to grab colored pencils. You want a dark color and a light color. I'm choosing to use black and red. Now with my dark color, I'm just going to mark which squares are dark. Remember, with the checkerboard pattern, it's every other square, and then you rotate when you get to the next row. It'll be opposite. So mark all the ones outside of the sphere, and then we'll get to the sphere. The way I like to do this illusion, kind of like the ones we did with our art cube, it's the opposite inside of the shape. So that means the colored square will then be the black square on the inside, versus the black square in the background will become the red one inside of the sphere. Now, when I get to the inside of my sphere, I'm going to go ahead and fill these in really, really lightly with my black or my dark color. And I want to make sure that I do a really good job. This one, is this one as nice and neat as my other ones? No. So make sure yours is a little bit neater. So generally, to have neat coloring, I overlap twice. So I have 2 layers of colored pencil, especially when I get to darker values. The lightest ones, usually I get about 1 layer. So pause here, mark every other square in your background, and then fill in the ones inside of your sphere. Next, we're going to start by adding color. Again, I chose red. You can choose any color that you want. Now, when we get to the background, we are filling in this time 100%. That way we don't have to come back and redo it later. So with the color, I need at least 2 layers. I'm filling it in very evenly and smoothly. That means that I'm spending at least 20-30 seconds per square. Now, you'll notice the ones that are on the outside edge, when I color vertically, I might catch the edge of the paper with my colored pencil. So I want to be very, very careful about that. It's easier to go in the same direction as the edge of the paper. So nice and smooth, nice and even. And let's speed this up, or we'll be here all day. Now on the inside of the sphere, we're going to fill this in completely as well the first time around. Now I also want to use value on this, so the outside edges of the sphere, I'm going to color it in as dark as possible using really heavy pressure. But on the inside, the center of the sphere, just like the black or gray, I'm shading this as lightly as possible. So I'm going to work my way to the middle, the darkest on the outside, lightest on the inside of the sphere. So I'm using really heavy pressure on these outer edges, and I'm making to catch every single little square or triangle that's in there. And as I work my way into the middle, I'm going to slowly get darker. Now it might also help to go in and do the same thing with your black as you go. So heavy pressure here, heavy pressure here, and as I move closer to the center I get lighter pressure. I want the values to match between my dark color and my light color to really sell the illusion. So here I start dark at the bottom of this square and I work my way up to a lighter shade. So I'm going to catch up with the black and do the same in the areas. Very heavy pressure on the outside, get it as dark as possible. And then I work my way up to that lighter value that I already started with. This is going to be really vibrant coloring. Yes, my hand hurts from coloring this hard for so long. Yours will too, that's okay. Just make sure that you're taking breaks and stretching your hands, stretching your fingers. Typically, I like to work with my color first and then black, just because if I accidentally get some of that black colored pencil with my color, a little bit does carry a long way, and I don't want to get any streaks in my color. Make sure you get all the way up to the edge of your other square so it's kind of seamless. And you can see as I get around, I'm getting very good at getting the gradual value shift. Okay, now I'm done with that. I'm going to go back in and fill in the background. This is the part that's going to take the longest. So, this is how you finish. Mine's not done, but almost there.